So I have a story to tell y'all. I told y'all I was saging for 31 days, or the month of January. And on January 2nd, I got fired from a nonprofit, federally granted program, right? And I didn't want to really talk about it, but now that Trump had put this pause on all the federally funded programs, it just made me want to talk about it, okay? So I was working over at the INGLEWOOD One Stop, and I was so happy to be there because I thought, I love helping the youth. I love helping people find jobs. I love doing resumes and things like that. And so when I got there, the people were nasty that worked there. I mean, nasty with a capital N. And I'm thinking, you are in a help center, but you are nasty to the new employee. And I just couldn't figure it out, right? I could not figure it out. Why you want to be nasty to me? And I'm the new coworker, and we're here to help other people, okay? This is supposed to be a positive environment, a motivational environment, an inspirational environment to help people get a job, get their lives together, things of that nature. Well, sad to say, it started with 3 black women that took aim to get me fired and just started all these lies and gossips and everything. It was just totally unbelievable. And then I heard they had done it to another guy before I got there, tried to get him fired, but he had already been there past probation and everything. So, they just moved him to a different area. But the fact that you have these wicked witches of the West in this environment who's supposed to be helping the youth get jobs, change their lives, things like that. I figured out what was wrong, okay? They are using the funding for the people that they know only, mostly. I'll say mostly. If you are of need and a stranger to the people that run this department, they really didn't want to help you. If you were a pregnant youth, they weren't going to help you. I heard out of my own ears this woman say, oh, well, she pregnant, or she got a baby. Who gonna babysit? We ain't gonna help her. I heard this out of my own ears. From a federally granted program to help youth at risk. Okay? These people were over there, or still over there, playing God with people's lives. And then you have some who work there. Now, their children shouldn't qualify, but they are paying their children of families who work in the program. Yeah. Whereas the people who are in need, these people who don't qualify have figured out a way to scam and qualify their own children to be in the program to receive checks. Whereas people who the program is designed for, they're not in the program. And they're over there making fake numbers and doing fraudulent things, and it just broke my heart. So when I heard about Trump pausing the programs, it just kind of made me think, well, they're not doing what they're supposed to do with the programs. Most of these programs, I'm not going to say all, but if you get in there, once you work in there, even the people that apply, I've been a person who was in need, and you go to these programs and they are not there to help you. I'll never forget when I was homeless and I went to Path downtown, in LA, near East LA, Northeast LA, on Vermont. That black woman would not help me to save her life, okay? She was so rude and nasty, and they walked around like a peacock, like they run the world. Then the one girl, when I filled out the application, who was, helping me with the resume, even though I already had a resume, and she's looking at it. And at that time, I had just finished working for Sunday Best. And she saw that I worked for Sunday Best. Do you know this heifer started singing in front of me? Singing. I'm like, bitch, I can't get you on the show. What? Yeah. Needless to say, she lost my application. I never heard back from them. They didn't want to help me at all. So I went over there one more time, like to shower. I needed I had a job interview. And so when I got there, I talked to the guard, who was really nice. The guard was really nice. And I was telling him, yeah, I came over here. I need to curl my hair, and look good for the interview. He says, well, there's a salon in here. I said, what? He said, yeah, ask the lady if you could sit in there and plug in your curlers and curl your hair. I don't think that should be a problem, baby. That fat black woman looked at me and said, oh, no, this is for licensed stylists only. You can't come in here. No. I said, well, ma'am, I understand what you're saying, but I am a licensed hairstylist. I just happen to be a licensed hairstylist. Oh, no, you can't do that. Oh, no. And I can't tell you how she paraded her negative, nasty, buffoonery ass around that place. And so I went in the restroom and stood up and curled my hair. And when I left, the guy said, he asked me, did she help you? I said, no. He said, what? I said, no, I had to stand in the restroom and do it. And that man was floored. And that was the last time I took my ass to Path. So y'all forgive me. And I know it's not everybody, but a lot of these people that work in these damn programs, the money is not going or helping the people the way it should be. They are nasty and rude and unorganized, and they have more meetings than necessary, and all they do is harass and terrorize people. Not all, most. A lot. I ain't gonna say most. A lot. Okay, a lot. And it was just god awful. Not one help service was able to help me when I was going through my homelessness, when I was going through me needing help, assistance, food, money, shelter. Not one. I needed to be a drug addicted or rehabbed person who had kids, and that was the only way they were going to help me. So there is no help for the sane, educated, single person in this world. You can't get any assistance if there's nothing wrong with you except you're down on your luck at the time. There is no assistance. You can qualify for food stamps. You might qualify for cash aid. That is it. They don't give a rat's ass about anything else. And so I don't feel sorry for them. I don't. I feel sorry for the people who are in need that go to these facilities to try to get assistance, and they run into these barracudas, men and women, nasty, all these. I can't tell you how I encountered these nasty people over there in INGLEWOOD area. Offices. Just awful. But needless to say,